Pat. It's Pat on brands. Watch how you branded, man. A pat on the back is a pat from the man. Better be branded, man. Pat from the pat is a pat on the brand. If it's enormous.
Bridget Harpur.
Pat.
Welcome to the Pat and Press podcast.
Thank you.
I know I've been chasing you for years now. Finally, at least I'm having a taste of you because where we are right now, we're at an event, things are happening in the background, but I thought, we bring you in and just have a chat about, first and foremost, how are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good. It's a pretty intimidating stage in there. When they say Africa's biggest marketing conference, they mean it. You can actually understand it until you see it there. So it's a huge stage. Yeah. We had some amazing speakers so far. We had a choir. So it's all happening. This is marketing. So everything's exciting and new and different and cool. And there's lots of little stands outside with lots of things going on. So it's a pretty cool day in the office. Aren't we lucky?
Amazing. I mean, you guys have been busy there at VW.
Always.
A launch after launch.
Yep.
And of course, the most exciting one would say, was the Golf 8 GTI.
Or is there one more exciting to come still?
Oh, yeah? Or the other line?
GTI.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You guys were in a very exciting campaign where people had to give it a name because we know the 2020, and did you guys end up finding or people giving a name to this exciting vehicle?
Yeah, so, we knew that we would never find one name that suited the whole country because from Mitchell's Plain to Durban to Soweto, there's going to be different languages coming in and different opinions and whatever. So in the end, we had a top 10 kind of list of names that have been submitted through all the social channels. Yeah. And 8 Mashesha was the most popular.
8 Mashesha. I actually quite like it. I mean, it means because Shesha is fast. Yeah. And I stand to be corrected. It is the fastest GTI ever, right?
Well, this campaign was actually for the Golf comfort line that we relaunched into South Africa. We haven't had a Golf. So in the Golf 7, there was no Golf model. We only had GTI and R previously. So we sort of skipped Golf. So this was the comeback of the icon. And I think what was interesting about this campaign is that I always thought that all of the brand equity for Golf lay in GTI and R only. But actually, we have got Golf fans for days in this country.
Wow, that's amazing.
So now GTI, the 8.5 as they call it, coming in November. So this was just pure Golf.
Just for December, just right before December.
What a nice present for someone.
Of course. But why was it important for you guys to include the masses, the country, the people, to...
We're so lucky with this brand, with VW in general. I think South Africans feel such a huge ownership of the culture of VW. But at its heart is the Golf brand. Mm-hmm. And I think South Africans were in such a unique situation here where South Africans completely recognize that it's a German car, but they own it.
Indeed.
And we just, the number of car clubs that are around South Africa, there's a Mark 1 club, there's a Mark 2 club. Yeah. So, and people look after these Golfs like they are their babies. Yeah. So we just thought when the idea was presented to us by Ogilvy, we just, there was no opportunity to go for round 2 or 3 of ideas. We knew this was the one. Give it back to the people. People have been naming Golfs since the Mark 1 in 1976. And so we thought, let's make it theirs. Let's let them keep it.
Amazing stuff. I mean, speaking about Ogilvy, I guess your partnership has been one that's very successful, for lack of a better phrase, because you've been doing work that's really impactful. And one of my favorite ever work from your brand is the night school.
Yes.
Is that still running?
That is still running. Yeah, very much so. And that's also, I think we're in our 2nd year now. Yeah. Or going into our 3rd year this November. Yeah. That was a real passion project from the whole team, everybody included. Yeah. Road safety is such a huge problem in South Africa. Mm-hmm. We've got one of the highest road fatality rates in the world per capita. Yeah. And so we really, as a brand, because it's relevant, people are in their vehicles, obviously, when they have accidents. We just thought it was so relevant for us to kind of try and lead that conversation in safety. There are many factors, but obviously at night, all of those factors are amplified. So it's not just drinking and driving, it's fatigue at the wheel, it's speeding, it's reckless driving, it's hijacking, whatever. We've got really, really dangerous.
Poor visibility,
trucks, etc. We've got really, bad driving conditions.
Yeah.
And so we thought it was important to educate people that actually driving at night, down to making sure that you've tested your eyes, that you've got a clean windshield, like the really kind of the basics. So the program, I think you've been there to Sportkorps for the actual physical program, but then there's also an online curriculum.
Oh, nice.
So you can go through all the live modules of the safer driving, and then you get a certificate that gives you benefits from other brands like coffee from Vida and insurance and Specsavers and all of that. So it's a very cool, as I say, a passion project.
It's interesting how it has grown legs from when you launched it to now having other partners, brands coming on board.
Yeah, and actually, Pat, the most important thing through this project was discovering that in the K53, there is not one single question that you go through when you're becoming a licensed driver that addresses nighttime driving conditions. So one of our kind of targets for this project was, together with the RTMC, to get them to recognize that we need to put in a little bit of educational material into the official driving program. And that has now been done. Wow. So in the driver's book...
Thanks to VW.
Well, small baby steps,
Yeah.
So not actually in the K53, but in the driving manuals that driving instructors teach all over the country. There's now a bank of material that addresses night driving.
That's incredible. I mean, this is what you talk about when we say brands making a difference in society.
Trying. We're really trying,
So outside of the 8.5 that's coming in November, any exciting things from VW?
Well, we just launched the new Tyron.
I saw it yesterday.
In August.
Actually, I was in Kabeja yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I saw a couple on the road. I was like, it's
very
a stunning car.
Yeah, so it's bigger than the Tiguan. It's a family SUV. It's a 7-seater. It can be a 7-seater. It's a 5 or 7-seater. Brand new model. And it's very cool. It's got a very aggressive front grille.
So it looks amazing. And it's got real air vents.
Yes, yes, it does. And there's some cool colors. There's a purple, like an indigo color. That's very cool.
Wow, that's lovely. So you've been hectic.
We've been busy. And then next year on the horizon, 75 years of VW in South Africa.
Wow.
So we will be going to Bela Bela in February to the Dub.
Can I please get an invite?
Yes, Pat.
I'll just say.
Consider it done.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
So what's happening in Bela Bela?
So it's Campfest. It's not our event. It's the Dub Club, and we will be going there if they let us in, which I'm sure they will. We'll be taking the GTI there. It's 30 years of motorsport, 30 years of polo, 75 years of Volkswagen in South Africa. So it's a big year of anniversaries. So we're just going to have lots of parties. That's
amazing. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible what you guys have been doing with it. I still miss Viva Nation. Can you please bring it back? It was such a great experience.
Yeah, that was cool.
For us, especially I was still in varsity then, with
oh, wow. Wow, Pat, you're making me feel old.
That was not my aim at all. And any party shots, Bridget?
No, just it's very cool to be here.
Yeah.
It's, I was in a previous interview just now with SAFM, just saying that the nature of marketing is always changing. When I started working in the 90s, even back then, we were constantly talking about how much things had changed. And then in 2010, we talk about how much so things are constantly changing. Okay, yes, it's developed a lot now since the onset of AI in advertising, but it's always constantly changing. So it's so important for us to be at events like this and constantly learning from other people and growing and educating ourselves. So
Absolutely.
we never lean back and say we know it all.
Indeed.
Just carry on learning. Yeah, so it's very cool to be here.
Awesome stuff. I want to ask you one last question because we always have young people watching these things, and I'm a firm believer in that, those that have walked the path before us are actually the right position to give us some advice.
Yeah.
Any advice for a young marketer or someone who wants to get into the space, and given the fact that, like, to your point, you mentioned AI, which now seems to be escalating on a daily basis. Yeah. And how can one position themselves to enter even the industry?
I'm going to steal the line from the Luries last year, which is blood, sweat and tears. So this is a job that you do.
No, but young people don't like blood. They don't work too hard.
It's figurative.
Yeah.
You have to work hard. You got to go through growing pains, I think. And this is really a passionate job. And if you are getting out of bed every day, somebody actually said this in one of the talks earlier.
Yeah.
Where he said, if you are not getting out of bed every day and loving your job, then you need to leave. This is something that if you're working in marketing, it's so important to have that curiosity and that passion for building brands and working on brands and interrogating brands and understanding them so that you can build on what's already been done before you. So, blood, sweat and tears.
Sure, I literally have goosebumps, hearing that, because you're the second person that speaks on curiosity. To say it's important that you remain curious, irrespective of where you are even in your career.
Yeah, absolutely. Things are changing all the time. Our brands are changing. The way people consume our brands is changing all the time. So you have to keep your eyes open and, just stay alert.
Awesome.
Out there. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bridget, for making us up. I really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Keep on doing the great work and work that really, moves the needle.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Will do.
Pat. It's Pat on Brands. Watch how you branded, man. A pat on the back is a pat from the man. Better be branded, man. A pat from the pat is a pat on the brand. If it's enormous.